Want to know the secret to perfect wood finishes? Well, you're in the right place. The art of woodworking is a craft that's been passed down through generations, and the key to creating those eye-catching, breathtaking pieces lies in the details. It's not just about the design or the type of wood used, but the finish. Yes, that's right. The finish can make or break your project. It's the final touch, the icing on the cake. And one of the most crucial steps in achieving that flawless finish is proper sanding. A well-sanded piece of wood not only looks good, but it feels good too. It's smooth to the touch and it showcases the wood's natural beauty. But sanding and finishing are more than just rubbing a piece of sandpaper against the wood. There's a certain finesse to it. So, are you ready to learn the secret? Stay tuned as we unveil the genius sanding tricks and wood finishing secrets that will transform your woodworking projects. Ever wonder why your wood doesn't have that smooth, flawless finish? Well, let's dive into the world of sanding, where a little grit and elbow grease can transform your woodworking projects from rough and ready to polished perfection. The first thing to consider is your sandpaper. It's not just a matter of grabbing the first sheet you see. Sandpaper comes in a variety of grits, and each has its place in the sanding process. Start with a coarser grit to remove the rough spots and scratches. As you progress, switch to finer grits. This step-by-step approach will gradually smooth the surface of the wood, preparing it for that final, flawless finish. Remember, sanding isn't a race. Take your time, apply even pressure, and let the sandpaper do its job. Rushing can result in an uneven finish or worse, damage to the wood. Patience is indeed a virtue when it comes to sanding. Next, let's talk about direction. Always sand in the direction of the wood grain. This is a cardinal rule of sanding. Going against the grain can cause scratches that are difficult to remove and can mar the final finish. So follow the grain, not against it. Now, on to some common sanding pitfalls. One of the biggest mistakes is not changing your sandpaper often enough. Over time, sandpaper loses its grit and effectiveness. If you're finding that you have to apply more pressure or that it's taking longer to smooth out the wood, it's probably time to switch to a fresh piece. Another common mistake is skipping grits. Each grit plays a crucial role in achieving that smooth finish. Skipping a grit can leave behind scratches that the next grit can't remove. Finally, always wipe down your project with a damp cloth between sanding stages. This removes any residual dust and gives you a clear view of your progress. Master these sanding tricks, and you're halfway to achieving a perfect wood finish. Your projects will not only look better, but they'll feel smoother to the touch, adding that professional touch that sets your work apart from the rest. Now that you've sanded your wood, it's time to add the finishing touches. The world of wood finishes is vast, and each type has its own unique qualities. For instance, oil finishes, such as tongue or linseed oil, penetrate deep into the wood, enhancing the grain and giving it a warm and natural look. They're ideal for items like cutting boards or butcher blocks, which come into contact with food. On the other hand, lacquers are fast-drying finishes that create a hard, durable surface. They're perfect for furniture that sees a lot of wear and tear, but remember, application is key. Lacquers are typically sprayed on, so you'll need the right equipment and ventilation. Then there's polyurethane. This finish forms a tough, protective layer on the wood surface. It's resistant to water, heat, and many household chemicals, making it a good choice for kitchen tables or bathroom cabinets. Applying these finishes effectively requires some know-how. Here's a tip. Always apply in thin, even layers. Build up the finish gradually and let each layer dry thoroughly before adding the next. This helps to avoid runs and drips and ensures a smooth, even finish. Also, remember to sand lightly between layers. This helps the next layer adhere better and results in a more polished final appearance. With these wood finishing secrets, you're well on your way to creating stunning woodworking projects. Let's quickly recap the main points covered in this video. We've revealed some truly genius sanding tricks and wood finishing secrets that will elevate your woodworking game. Remember, the key to perfect wood finishes lies in these techniques. From sanding hacks that smooth out imperfections to wood finishing secrets that bring out the natural beauty of the wood, these tips are your shortcut to standout projects. Remember, practice makes perfect. So go ahead and start working on your next woodworking project using these genius sanding tricks and wood finishing secrets.